Happy Memorial Day, America. This is the America I love, and this is the America I believe in. Let's talk about it. Stephen Colbert. Whether you love him or you hate him, there's a couple issues surrounding him. But the issue that I want to talk about is this one. Stephen Colbert's last airing of his episode. 6.74 million Americans tuned in to watch. I think it was much bigger than when his show opened up. And so, why do I love this? Well, there's a couple things that we should talk about real quick, because I haven't really been on YouTube lately. Have been on my Substack a lot more. I've been writing more. And I think we all sometimes get into this realm where we just complain all the time. We complain about this, we complain about that, we react to that, we react to this. And to be honest with you, it kind of gets boring for me. Because at the end of the day, although I like to react just as much as anybody else, I would like to see some things change. I would like to see some fundamental changes. But one of the things I'd like to show is why America is great, why I love America, and why America is the best place to live. And what I think it showcases is not what your political divide is, not whether you're a Republican or a Democrat, but what Americans are. Like, how do we react? You know, as a country, as a people. You know, you go to India, they're all Indian. You go to Russia, they're mostly Russia. You go to South Africa, there's a whole bunch of different countries. But America, we're a melting pot. But right here, this is who we are. This is why America's great. Let me show you. On June 13th, CBS, along with Mr. Colbert, announced that they had signed a 3-year contract. Then, on the 17th of 2025, the show was scheduled to end. And one of the reasons it was scheduled to end, for whatever reasons you want to say, whether it was funny, whether it was good, whether he went all over the world, whatever the reason is, you cannot lose $40 million a year and stay in business. I think I said the same thing about the WNBA, asking for 90% of gross. You cannot, no matter what business you are in, lose other people's money year after year and remain in business. So that's the reality of it. It's not Donald Trump. It's not CBS. It's Stephen Colbert, his show. And we'll get to because there's a couple other things I want to get to on this. But again, I want to stay focused on Mr. Trump and why I believe, apologize. Sometimes it's difficult to scroll, talk, and do more than two things at one time. So, one of the things that I'm saying is why I love America is because Donald Trump reacted to the cancellation by posting, "I absolutely love that Colbert got fired. His talent was even less than his ratings," adding, "I hear Jimmy Kimmel is next. He even has less talent than Colbert." Okay? And I think fundamentally that's why Stephen Colbert got his highest watched reviews ever, one of ever's, okay, is because America just doesn't like it. Like, you can dislike somebody. You can be upset with them. You can even be a little bit envious of them. But, you know, that's to yourself, right? But I think that when you go out in any realm, anywhere in the world, but especially here in America, and you purposely call somebody a piece of shit, you wish for their demise, in essence, you kick them when they're down, and America rises up. That's what I said. You kick somebody in America while they're down, and America rises up. And this is true in so many things. This is true. For example, there's a local fire here in my community, local fire, and there'll be a GoFundMe page, and it'll raise what it needs to raise to help those people. America's heart has always been good. Now, one of the other issues that I think we should talk about is Paramount and CBS. And I think that when we're talking about that, I think there are the naysayers out there. I think there are the people out there that say, hey, the Ellisons are ruining everything and they're buying everything. And hey, you know what? If you want to spend all your money on buying TV shows, God bless you. But I also think that's one of those things where the arrogance of money corrupts absolutely. Like the fact that the Ellisons think they can control the narrative, your narrative, 400 million of us, our minds, what we think individually, collectively, a society that was raised on this belief of individual freedom and individual right and the right to think what I want to think, whether it's right or wrong. How do you think you're going to mold something? So what's probably going to happen is, I don't know how much money billionaires really need to lose for them to still not be rich. Billionaires become billionaires because billionaires are willing to walk all over the people to get there. I mean, you don't become a billionaire being a nice guy. You just don't. And if you did, then there would be more wealthy people who would be billionaires who are nice guys, but they're not because they don't choose to walk all over the people. So even though you should probably come over here and read this Political Review's position on why the Ellisons are killing democracies, I don't really believe that. I believe our politicians are killing democracy on their own. But today, I love America. I love America once more, the land of hope, the land of freedom, the land of the brave. Because when even the President of the United States of America bullies somebody who just lost their job, right? Who just lost their job, America turns out. Now, you might think 7 million people isn't a lot, and that might be your right to think that, but I don't have 7 million people following me. I know a lot of YouTubers don't have 7 million people following them, and I don't think it's really YouTube or online that really matters. TV is still TV, and if you're on TV, as Donald Trump was for The Apprentice for many years, more people still engage in watching TV, specifically those people over the age of 60. Most likely, they have other names to them, but they're over 60. But again, Stephen Colbert, whether you like him or love him, he did good. He had a good run. And I just think it was really sour for Trump to go out here all the time and put people down that criticize him or say things about him. It just shows how small he really thinks of himself. Because if you were really confident in your position, you didn't really give a crap, like most of us don't. Like us people down here in the gutter who live in the gutter and were raised in the gutter, who cares? One more person talking shit about me. Who gives a crap, right? So I just wish Stephen Colbert well. I think he's going to go online like a lot of other people. But I really do wish that Donald Trump would find a way to start representing America in a more honorable, a more loving, a more kind, a more compassionate, a more inclusive way. I just wish that all of them, and I continue to be worried about Democrats sweeping both houses. Impeachment's not the way forward. And we need to just start doing things that help people, like people with kids, and the average daycare is with one kid is $300 to $400 a week. 2 kids is $500 to $600. Gas is $5. Nothing's really changed since Biden. So all the things that everybody were, including myself, hoping and rammering about or clamoring about, and none of it's come true. The opposite has happened. Sure, if you got some money in the market, you're probably doing well. But, as me and a bunch of my buddies think, the money's in the market. So it's not really in your hands until it's in your hands. So, but tonight, I'm happy that America turned out for Stephen Colbert. And I wish him well wherever he goes. I'm Rob. You guys have a good night. Have a great, safe Memorial Day weekend. And I hope you enjoy your summer. Bye for now.